Yeah,
Yes,
we all
we
good?
can.
Yes, we can.
Amazing, brilliant. Okay. Um, what we'll do is go through the session. If you have any particular questions, you're welcome to drop them in the chat. We can stop. Most of you will know that I will just keep on talking, so feel free to stop me if you want to. We have a great panel here that's with me today. So there's obviously myself. So I'm Lynn Constantine. You will all know me as Customer Success Manager for Supermums. We have France, if you would like to introduce yourself, please.
Oh, sure, sure. Oh, I'm flattered. I used to say ladies first, so I'm flattered to be the first one.
It's
So
on my screen.
it's the screen fall. All right. So hello everyone. Bonjour. My name is France Qatar. I'm based out of Montreal, all the way over there in Canada. It is lovely and sunny day today. I'm a Salesforce Marketing Cloud certified instructor. So I have the pleasure to deliver a whole bunch of training sessions through the Salesforce team. But what I do on a regular basis every single day, well, I log into the Marketing Cloud of one of the Marketing Cloud products as a Marketing Cloud consultant, and I have the pleasure to work with a small yet very efficient team up here in Montreal with my small little agency. So that's what we do. We help and support national and international brands into making the most out of the Marketing Cloud products, but also other products in the Salesforce ecosystem. Very happy to be here today.
Thank you, France. Aaliyah, would you like to go next?
Yes, sure, sure. I'm Alia. I'm Marketing Cloud consultant in Cloud Cultures. I'm based in Madrid. The weather is also lovely here, so nice to meet you all. So I'm Cloud Cultures. We are both partners as a consultancy company, but we are also educational partners. So I also I'm a trainer of Marketing Cloud, but I also work as a consultant. So I have also a lot of companies that need consultancy services. So I'm here to share with you my experience, and I'm also Supermums mentor. I love the initiative because I'm also a mom. So I have a 4-year-old boy. So I decided to join Supermums as a mentor, and everybody who is going to join, I will be happy to have some mentees this year. Would be nice to share my experience, help especially with some use cases, and if finally people will join Supermums, we'll be very glad to help you to with the journey in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And Alyssa, please.
Hi, I'm Elisa Cliff. I'm based in Torrance, California, which is just outside of Los Angeles. It's also lovely here today. It's only lunchtime, so that's nice, not 8 o'clock at night. My current role, I'm a senior solutions architect with a company called Access. They do ticketing, so kind of a smaller competitor of Ticketmaster. So we have apps and things like that. You go buy your concert tickets on our platform. I've been working with Marketing Cloud since 2013. And I've been many different places in many different roles, but do a lot of solution architecture and technical architecture now. And I've been a mentor with Supermums for about a year, and really love the initiative and what goes on here. So I'm looking forward to talking to you all today.
Thank you so much. And we're delighted that you've joined us. And I'm sure that everyone here is very grateful that you're here as well. Okay, so what is Supermums? So Supermums, if you don't already know, was started in 2016 by our lovely Heather. Heather Black realised that she could have a great work-life balance. She could have her financial stability and still be at home with the children. So, I mean, obviously, since then, we've gone from strength to strength. We are Salesforce authorised training provider. And we have training, we have volunteering, mentoring, we have recruitment. So there's a lot of strings to our bow now. And we now welcome mums, dads, and everyone in between. So we're always pleased to have anyone that wants to join us. So why focus on Marketing Cloud? So right now there is a digital skills gap. A report by leading marketing platform Smart Insights found that 9 out of 10 marketeers feel that they're underskilled. And I do know that there are a lot of organizations that don't take projects on because there are not enough people skilled in Marketing Cloud. So Marketing Cloud is used by over 90% of the Fortune 500, or I should say Salesforce itself is used by 90% of the Fortune 500. Marketing Cloud will give a 360-degree view of customers and will personalize customer journeys. So in terms of what is Marketing Cloud? So we've obviously come a long way in technology. Technology's impacted from mainframes to local servers, into the cloud where everything's obviously connected. We've moved from connecting with friends on social network to doing everything on our mobile phones. It's incredible time to be alive right now, with with AI and everything coming into the forefront. Plus over 75 billion smart things. Customers are creating unprecedented networks of information and trillions of interactions. So in terms of our poll, I'm going to ask you really now to
No, go back one.
Go back one.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Can you tell I did the slide deck?
Yes, you did the slide deck. Thank you, Jen.
No, that's okay. I actually wanted our guests to jump in at this point just to maybe tell us what their favorite product was that maybe they used within Marketing Cloud before we then kind of maybe go on to the next steps.
Thank you, Jen.
The people who use it day in, day out, it'd be interesting for them maybe to explain it.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Who would like to go first?
I'll jump in.
Okay.
So my favorite product right now is Automation Studio, which is actually not on this particular slide, but it's sort of the powerhouse, the back end that actually powers most of what you can do with the actually pretty front end products. So when you hear about Journey Builder and Customer Journey, in order to get the data to where you need it to be so you actually do anything, you have to use Automation Studio in many cases. And so that's my favorite part.
Thank you. Thank you. And
Amazing.
Alia?
Well, my favorite tool is Journey Builder. For sure, we cannot use Journey Builder without the Automation Studio. But why I love Journey Builder is it is a very simple drag and drop tool to use, and it gives a lot of opportunities for the customer to build a real journey inside the platform. So it's just fantastic. And every time, for example, I teach Marketing Cloud, when I teach Automation Studio, it sometimes can be a bit difficult because it's all about data, and people who do not know data and who do not know SQL, they become a bit afraid of that. But then when it comes about Journey Builder, people just love that. And you can see basically how a customer enters the journey, and you can see all the steps it takes, and you can also detect at what point of the journey the customer, the subscriber is. So it's just an amazing tool. I really love it.
Amazing.
Brilliant. France, what about you?
Well, I have to go with Marketing Cloud Personalization, which is basically on your slide, but it's labeled Interaction Studio. It's been renamed and rebranded Marketing Cloud Personalization. So Marketing Cloud Personalization is the less known little fellow, I would think, if in the Marketing Cloud engagement ecosystem. Basically, what it does, it gives the ability to keep track of what is going on, let's say, on the website from an activity perspective, but not only on the website, also in emails and also in mobile apps, if a company is using mobile apps or any other platform. So I like Marketing Cloud Personalization for two main reasons. First of all, it's real-time data. So we're being fed this data almost, in terms of almost immediately. We're talking about milliseconds. And the beauty of it is because I think it closes the loop, right? With Marketing Cloud, like Elia and Alicia just mentioned, we get data in, we can automate the processing of data, we can obviously communicate with emails, with text messages, with the journey builder with our customers. But what happens next? What happens after they click on that email, right? Most likely they're going to end up on the website. Maybe they're not going to do it right away. Maybe I saw the email yesterday, but I was busy. And then tomorrow I'm going to go and visit the website. So it's kind of a disconnect here because we need to keep track of who visiting our website, but also, what's the interest? And then we can bring that data back into the Marketing Cloud through automations to get the data in, and then to personalize better those journeys and those conversations with our customers. That's why personalization is my big love. There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your insights, and thank you, Jen, for correcting me.
That's okay. I think it's always interesting just to know the people who actually use it day in, day out, like what's their favorite tool, because I think that helps other people learn as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now a bit of interaction, if you would like to do a poll. So the questions, which my lovely assistant Jen will bring up now, are I'm a marketeer. That's just gone right in front of me. I'm a marketeer and looking to learn more for my existing role. I'm a marketeer and looking to learn more to help me get a new job. I have little or no experience in marketing, but I'm looking at a career path using Marketing Cloud. Or I'm new to the Salesforce ecosystem and I just wanted to understand a little bit more about the product. So it looks like we've got some people answered. So thank you for the ones that have answered so far. There's a few more coming through now. So I'll wait till you've all had a go. I think we've got a few more to go. Okay, I think we're probably there, Jen. Do you want to end the poll?
I shall do. Sorry, my child is in bed and shouting her father, and he's not answering. That's why there's nothing I can do right now. Mummy's working.
Joys of working from home. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to share the results. Okay, so you can see there clearly out in front. Well, I say clearly, only just on 40%. I'm a marketeer and looking to learn more to help me get a new job. Okay, that's great. So thank you for that. Okay, so your Marketing Cloud career path. So again, I'm going to talk to this, but if France wants to come in, then that would be absolutely great. This is the certificate track. You're looking at Marketing Cloud email specialist. Then you would go on to administrator. Marketing Cloud consultant, as I understand it, you will need to have been in the Marketing Cloud space for some time before you move on to consultant, and then Marketing Cloud developer. So did you want to come in on that, France?
Well, first of all, thank you, Lynn. You're 100% correct to be a Marketing Cloud consultant. So to get that consultant certification level, I would say for any product, including the Marketing Cloud, you need to have a previous certification. So if I recall correctly, Marketing Cloud Administrator certification is a prerequisite for consultant, and email specialist is a prerequisite for developers. So if some of you on the call are interested to go down that route, I would obviously highly encourage you to do so. Certification is a representation of your knowledge, your expertise, and your skill set. So there's a lot of certifications out there where you sit in a class and then you pass an exam and then you're certified, which is not the case with all the Salesforce product certifications. Salesforce really, what this, let me mute this. So for Salesforce certification, it's really also a recognition of your skills. So you also have to spend time with the product, understanding exactly how it's being used. There's industry questions as well. And what I love about the certifications is, first of all, obviously it belongs to you as an individual, but you need to maintain your certifications as well. So it's not like, oh, I did that exam last year or 5 years ago and that's it. So these certifications also place you in the marketplace as someone who maintain their knowledge and stay up to date with the current trends or features or functionalities of these products. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask you, and again, if you're okay, I'm going to go through the panel. I'd just be interested to know about a marketing career path, and you know where you've come from. Perhaps if we start with Alia and where you started and what brought you to this point. I'd be interested to know that.
Yeah, actually, I saw that someone answered that they have no idea about Salesforce and they have no idea about marketing and they would like to switch their career. So it's a bit my story, my experience. I was working previously as an export manager in export, so it has nothing to do with the with marketing and with Salesforce. It had to do with international sales, right? But then when I got a baby, I decided to change and to make that career switch. And I got in love with marketing and marketing automation. So now I'm building my career from scratch, but I'm building it in a very successful way because also I'm very passionate about my job. I enjoy it. I enjoy working with the platform. I enjoy delivering success to the clients. Also, what I love about my job is previously I was working in sales and I was working with the business. I know how the business works. So I love also delivering the true results to my customers, and they can see the ROI. They can see how they are improving their sales using the platform. So it gives me a very big satisfaction. And what I would like to say to all the people that are listening to me today, that don't be afraid to change, because sometimes to have this to have the happiness and to enjoy your job, you need to make this jump, right? I jumped to the pool without knowing how to swim, but I survived, right? And so if I can share my experience, and if my experience can inspire some of you, I would be really glad, because finally you need to search for something that makes you wake up every day and feel happy. So I'm really happy doing my job, and this is very important. Thank you.
Thank you. And Alyssa, can I just ask you maybe a day in the life of what you do now?
So
Did you say
Alyssa? Sorry.
Did you say Alyssa, me or her? I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm happy for you all to talk. So maybe we'll go to Alyssa, and perhaps Alyssa, you can tell us more.
Too many A's.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry too. Yeah, so for a day in the life, but right now my role is a solution architect. So what I typically do is I support digital marketers, and I help them utilize Marketing Cloud to its fullest potential. But like kind of junior staff that maybe don't have a lot of knowledge about Marketing Cloud, they just know marketing. They know how to create emails, they know how to send push messages. So my role is really to help understand what sort of data they're trying to get at, what sort of segmentation they want to do, what kind of personalization they want to include in their emails, or Personalization Studio. And then what I help do is determine where from the system of record that data should come from. I help get it to where it needs to be, and then set it up in such a way that they don't need to be able to write SQL, or they don't need to be able to do very complex things. They can just sort of drag and drop and use filters. So I'm kind of enabling them to use Marketing Cloud, because I mean, we can talk about this more, but Marketing Cloud is a bit of a beast in terms of a tool. Like, it does so much and it's so robust. A lot of times I did I did consulting for some time. I was in consulting for about 3 years. And many places will buy Marketing Cloud and then within a couple of years say, oh, I don't want this anymore. It doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is they don't invest in getting the people in that know how to support it. And so that's one of the things I'm really interested in, making sure more people are enabled to use the tool to its full potential and making it a successful product. So thank you.
Thank you. And I'm just going to come back to you, Aaliyah, and just ask you, a day in the life of the Marketing Cloud consultant, what does that look like?
Well, actually, my job is very similar to Alisa because the clients that I work with, they are already using the platform. So I'm giving consultancy with the complex automation. So basically the requirements, especially when we speak about multi-cloud projects. So some automation that start from Salesforce or start from another type of source. But what I agree completely with Alisa, our goal is to give this independency to the client. So in the way they can work with the platform themselves. A lot of times, I know that the client comes from other partners and they're a bit desperate because they do not know how to use the platform because the partner says to them, "I'll just use this SQL and that's it." No, the goal is to create and to structure the marketing automation platform in the way the customer can be independent in their day-to-day job. So this is what we actually do. And a lot of times we just create the project, we prepare the platform for being used, and then we leave the customer, to drive the car themselves.
Brilliant, that's great, thank you. And France, how did you get into Marketing Cloud? I'd be interested to know that.
Oh, how did I get into Marketing Cloud? That's a good, no. Well, first of all, I agree with both of you, Alicia and Elia. It is so true that enabling the customers and, empowering the customers and their teams, their marketing automation team to get the job done is the ultimate goal. I always tell my clients the shorter I consult with you, the better it is for them, right? It's not good for me. It's not good for business because losing a client, we have to go get another one. But that's the best situation for them. I've been working in the marketing world forever. A couple of years back, I started my career actually out of college in the radio industry. So I was a little bit on the air, but then I ended up being a marketing director working with multiple radio stations. And then I will never forget, there was a big meeting with the big boss. And then the gentleman on the stage basically said that, well, no worries about these iPods and Facebook things. It's just a trend. It's going to go away and radio is safe. So that's the day that I decided that I needed to resign because I was so excited about, the social media and all the digital marketing. So that's when I started my agency somewhere in 2004. I think that's what it was. Yeah, somewhere in 2004. Is it that long ago? Something like that, I think. Yeah. And so since then, we started to help and consult companies and organizations. And we were, doing everything, right? Adobe, coding. There was a lot more coding back in the days. So we were trying to support many customers on many products. And then it was just so crazy and overwhelming for us so then we just decided to stop and then just pick one product. I was already in love with Marketing Cloud and it was really not the way it was today. So I said, we're going with Salesforce. Salesforce was really known for CRM back then. So it says we're going to narrow down our list of customers to just the ones using the Salesforce product. And I guess from being on so many client side, I met and to chat with a lot of Salesforce folks. And then from there, they offered me to deliver some Salesforce training, mainly because, right, I love doing that. And I actually speak French, my first language. So then I could deliver training in both languages for them. And then here I am. basically.
Great
That's how I
story.
got into
Great
this.
stories from everyone. Thank you.
Lynn, before we move on, we've got a
Oh.
few questions, that's all. We wouldn't mind answering them. That's okay.
Oh, okay, great. Okay. Do you want to let me just
Shall I read them to you? Or I don't know if you can see them sharing screen. I'm happy to read them.
You-
From Laura, is there any point in getting the new marketing associate or just go straight to the Marketing Cloud email specialist? To anybody that wants to answer,
Yeah,
please.
absolutely. Thank you, Johnny. First, I would say yes. You know, more if you're getting the Marketing Cloud Associate certification, it is at a lower level, maybe from a knowledge and a skill set perspective than the email specialist. But first, I think the more the merrier from a certification perspective. Second, Marketing Cloud Associate is also a great way to get used to and to prepare yourself to the platform and the certification process at Salesforce. So I would absolutely go with the Marketing Cloud Associate. It's not going to be doubling the work per se, because a lot of it, one's going to cover the other one. And Associate is a lot easier. So yes, go for it, Laura.
Brilliant.
Thank you. We have got, just checking I wasn't on mute. We've got another question from Subham saying, I'm currently working for Netgear as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud developer, but my release date for the project is later on. Should I upgrade my skills to consultant or look for another job as a Salesforce Marketing Cloud developer? They previously have 4 years experience and are email specialist certified. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to hand over to the experts to answer this
Okay,
question.
can I answer this question?
Go for it.
Yes.
I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, it depends on what you would like to do in your life, because a Marketing Cloud developer is a very nice basement for upgrading to consultant. So you can perfectly change your career path and start to be Marketing Cloud consultant. On the other hand, it's a bit a different type of job. So you will need to have more client-facing, right, part. So it depends a bit more on you and also of how your company is structured, because there are some companies that they have one person for everything. So it's like developer, consultant, like one in everything in one, 3 for 1. But then there are companies that have the consultants, functional consultants, then developers. Like in my company, Cloud Coachers, I have a developer and I give the tasks to them, and they do not want to become consultants because they just don't like this client-facing part of the job, right? So it depends a bit on what you would like more to, where you would like to follow your dreams, right? So in case you would like to switch, go for it. And with the Salesforce Marketing Cloud development knowledge, you will have really good. You will become a really good consultant. So it's a nice career path.
Brilliant. That's great. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I hope that answers your question. I've got one more. Sorry, one more question.
Okay.
Yes, from Kalani saying, does the course prepare us for Marketing Cloud Consultant exam and Salesforce Marketing Cloud Admin exam? For example, for a Salesforce BA role, what Marketing Cloud cert path do you recommend?
Okay, so I will probably take that, but I might juggle it around a little bit. But in terms of, you mentioned business analyst. So business analyst is a different certification. That for that you would want to be doing the consultancy course if that's what you're looking at doing. For Marketing Cloud, I'm going to hand that over to France because he will probably be able to advise you better on Marketing Cloud, if that's okay.
Sure. So I think so the course prepares for Marketing Cloud Consultant exam. So I want to make this real clear. Actually, I was having that conversation this morning. There's, to my knowledge, there's not really a course that match 100% to a certification. That is just not the goal, right? The Marketing Cloud courses, yes. will give you a lot of knowledge on the product. I would say, I think it's a lot closer to the email specialist certification. But for the consultant, because it requires more than just knowledge on the tool, right? A consultant, like Elia was saying, it was explaining a couple of minutes ago, it's customer facing. So you need to have knowledge on how to analyze the customer business need, how to analyze maybe the needed and required skill set or resources from the customer automation team. So there's a lot of questions and conversations and roles that you fill as a consultant that's not directly related to the product. You obviously need to have an in-depth knowledge of the product. So the Trailhead website gives you all the details on all the different certifications and what these exams is all about. So then maybe that would give you a better insight. But it really depends on, what you want to do. If you want to spend more time in the tool, do you want to spend more time customer facing, supporting customers, a little bit of both, then customer facing is a consultant level certification.
Yeah, and I suppose it depends on, whether you want to be a marketing cloud consultant, or you want to be a Salesforce consultant, or where you actually see yourself. I mean, in terms of being in the Salesforce ecosystem, it really depends on, first of all, what space you want to be in, to be able to determine what job role you want, if that makes sense. But let's move on to any more questions, sorry, first, before we move on.
Not at the moment, no, but that probably leads on quite nicely to what we're talking about next.
Okay,
Thank you for answering.
Say, did Lisa want to come in with anything on that, or did anyone else have any other points to make before I move on?
I think what everybody said was great. I wholeheartedly agree. You got to decide what you want to do and go down that path.
Thank you, brilliant, thank you. And as we said, that moves on quite nicely. So the figures that we have here are based on Mason Frank's salary scenario. So you can see here, obviously, depends on where you are in the world, the sort of figures that you're looking at, the hourly figure, whether you're contract, senior, junior, it's they're sourced from Mason Frank. So it just gives you a little bit of an idea of an indication. And of course, because so many organizations use Salesforce, different organizations pay different wages as well. So, it's nice to have a look and have a little bit of an idea. I mean, some of these wages, in terms of being a consultant or a marketing cloud specialist, you can see there that there's some big money to earn. I don't know whether you had something to come in with there, Elisa. I think, did you?
No, not for asking me. So I make sure you have the name. No, I didn't.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay. So in terms of what do employers look for? Because that's obviously a big one. So when you think that employers are looking for someone that is self-motivated, because you will be required to be working on your own for spells. So being self-motivated is very important. Ability, I mean, to do any of these jobs, I think you'll probably find that this is something that they're looking for across the board. But when you think an ability to work to timelines is important, both in business and projects, the capability to work with clients to design customer journeys is important. Obviously, potential knowledge of Marketing Cloud studios and builders, and more important, of course, Email Studio and Journey Builder, and Automated Studio. Experience with Google Analytics is another one. Great communication skills, and we're coming back to that consultancy piece there, which is obviously really important. And of course, in terms of certification, you would want to be starting really with your Email Cloud, your Marketing Cloud Email Specialist, sorry. Email Cloud, that's a new one. Okay. So popular job roles, again, you know, this goes without saying, the majority of roles that have been hired through Supermums is marketing cloud consultants, developers, automation managers. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to come in on that, you know, anything that you've particularly found in the job market that is lacking. Maybe I'll go with Alyssa first, because you seem to be last time, so I'd like to go to you first.
No, I mean, I think that when I look around and see what's out there, I see a lot of consultants. There's a lot of firms in many different areas that are looking for marketing cloud people. I think often I will, and this from my personal experience, I feel like often the consultant developer does get glommed into a single role. I think, you know, in smaller firms, for instance, where I am right now, I have no developer. I am an architect. I'm automation manager. I'm the developer, and I'm the BA. And so I think understanding like where you're going to kind of be able to fill a need, and also be able to multitask. Like if you just want to be a developer, you should focus on that and understand like that might kind of cut down some of your opportunities, but it will make you happier in the role that you're in. Certainly if you're the jack of all trades and you want to do a little bit of everything, you could maybe go into more of a smaller startup or boutique type place where you could do a little bit of everything. So I think that would be my thought there.
Okay, and Franz, do you find that there's a lot of call for the roles in the industry?
Well, sometimes I'm not sure that we are around, you know, around the industry and organization, we're calling the same jobs with the same titles. So my best point I think here would be, you want to ask questions. Obviously, you want to dig a little bit deeper on what do they mean. So what's the job description by a consultant or a developer? I see really all the roles out there. Yes, you know, an organization needs people hands-on who understand the tool, who can use the tool, log in the marketing cloud on a daily basis. But obviously the BA and the consultant side, whether you are at the agency level or it's within the organization, is also needed, because internally there's often not a lot of knowledge of the product itself. So whomever is mastering marketing cloud within the company, within the organization, most likely will be an internal consultant. So I think you have to make sure that the job description, that's going to tell you more what's there out there.
Yeah, and I think as well, you know, you'll find that transferable skills come into play a lot, because, you know, if it's something you enjoy doing, then you're obviously going to be, you know, it's going to be something that you're going to go into. As we said with consultants, if you like to be front facing, then, you know, if that's your transferable skills, then probably that's the space you're going to go to a little bit more. So we've got a job example. So the brief, if I can move my screen out of the way, to support with the hire of marketing cloud consultant as the business transitions from use to Pardot to marketing cloud. Ideal candidate to have some knowledge of Pardot for business as usual throughout the transition. Salesforce Marketing Cloud experience, good understanding of marketing analytics 360, particularly supporting on setting up campaign tracking, parameters from emails from associate websites, visits with Marketing Cloud campaign. And the successful candidate is going to be an individual who started her or his career as a junior, had gained 3 years experience, and then became a Marketing Cloud email specialist. Found his or her role within 6 months of completing her certification. The client increased the salary by over 5,000 with an option to increase further at the end of the probation. So, you know, it's just giving you a little bit of an idea of a Marketing Cloud role and the brief and the successful candidate. There's another one here, which was to support implementation of Marketing Cloud via a vendor. Ideally, the need was someone to work in-house as a QA to ensure and check that all decisions were made by the vendor are best for the business. So the successful candidate for that one was 15 years experience of direct channel and sales and marketing with multinational companies in the IT and services sectors, 4 years with Marketing Cloud and Pardot, 10 years Salesforce experience, and capable of utilizing 800 per day as a contractor. So in terms of our courses, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our course. Now, the course to say is 2 courses in one. So you have got the MCC 201 and the content to MKT 101. I will tell you the cost of the course at this point is 2,400 if that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to do the training course. And it also gives you an idea there of other courses and the prices there as well, and what they would charge in terms of the different courses compared to our one course, if that makes sense.
Do you mind if I say something just really quickly on that?
Sure, please do.
Yeah, so I worked for Trailhead for 3 years, and just knowing that and knowing also like the world I came from in terms of like trying to learn Marketing Cloud kind of hands-on on my own and through Trailhead, I think the fact that you get the 4-week sort of period with the trial org, I think that's a really valuable thing. I would say it's very difficult to learn Marketing Cloud if you're not in the system, and it's not like a regular sales and service org where you get a sandbox. So having access and being able to actually have hands-on is extremely valuable.
I'm glad that you jumped in and said that, because I was going to tell Lynn she skipped forward a little bit, and I was going to flag that 4-week trialogue, because I know that, yeah, from experience and speaking to lots of people, that is kind of that thing that sweetens the deal. It's just you can't go and play about with it anywhere else unless you work for a company that already has it. So yeah, lots of people do say that's the reason they come to Supermums.
And absolutely, and I wouldn't have finished this call today without mentioning that for sure, because that is such a big thing. I mean, you know, I speak to people all day, every day. I'm back-to-back calls every day with people saying they need an org to be able to do it. They need the community to have the support. They need the mentor. So absolutely, all of those things are the reason that people come to Supermums. But thank you so much for bringing that up for sure. So you will have study and prep vouchers towards the end of the course. We do exam prep. And there are often vouchers available, not always, but there are often vouchers available. You would be looking at getting your email specialist. That's where this course would take you, and be well on the way to be getting your admin as well. That's your Marketing Cloud admin. Supermums offers a holistic approach. We have virtual live sessions. So it's over 14 weeks.
It's not over 14, sorry, I've just noticed a typo. That's completely my fault. It used to be, and we shortened it down to 7 weeks with demand because marketers wanted to get certified faster. So apologies, that is my typo.
It's 14 sessions over 7 weeks. So sorry, I'm just reading that, but I do know it's over 7 weeks.
Fine.
It's 14 sessions. It's on a Monday and a Wednesday from 7 p.m. BST. So I'm just going to come to this other slide here. Okay, so can I just ask then, this is Alyssa and Aaliyah, why it's beneficial to be a mentor for Marketing Cloud, and what made you be a mentor? How does it benefit both mentor yourselves as well as mentee?
Well, okay, I will start. So I think I have more benefits myself than than my mentees. Well, because the last mentees I was working with, they both were marketing automation managers in their business. Then they were moving from another marketing automation platform to Marketing Cloud. So I benefit a lot because they asked me a lot of questions, and I also understood their use case. And for me, finally, to know every client has its own story to tell, and their own way of implementing stuff in the platform. So it's, for me, I work like, you know, Alfred Hitchcock, or finally searching for solutions. It's yeah, it's an investigation role. So for me, it's really nice always to have the examples of the journeys and to give to give information to my mentees about how can they do something in their in their companies. So their own use cases I get to know, and what they get from me, they get their free consultancy finally. So that I'm normally what we do. I used to pay, the people used to pay for that. In this case, in Supermums, it's for free. And what also Alisa told, that in Supermums, people can benefit not only from the use of the platform, because to learn it by yourself, it's so sometimes difficult, but also from having a support from professional consultants who work with the platform for a lot of years. So it's not, they're not only the live sessions, but also the mentor sessions, and where you can get this 101, right? So Supermums has this really cool initiative. And finally is a win-win, because for me, I have more information, new use cases, new ways of implementing Marketing Cloud. And for the mentee is a way to get some advice and information about Marketing Cloud from my consultants.
Excellent. And I think, you know, from my perspective, I'm not pertaining at all to be a mentor, but I have the very first conversation with everyone. And I'm sure for you as well, you know, it's so exciting to see people grow up, you know, go up the ladder and do so well in their careers after having initial conversations. And of course, for you being mentors, that must be amazing. So so thank you for everything you do. Alyssa, can I have the same from you, please?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So similar to Elia, I really like hearing people's stories. I like talking to people that are doing career changes. I've been doing this for quite some time, and sometimes I get a little stagnant, and I'm getting asked questions that make me kind of really think about new products too, that maybe I've sort of said, oh, I don't care about Einstein, but my mentees are asking, and I'm like, oh, I should actually look into that. So that's a great opportunity for me. And the reason I got into it is that I started using Marketing Cloud when it was ExactTarget, and I was thrown into a Marketing Cloud instance and told to implement it, and I had no help. And I spent every day in Marketing Cloud for the full span of a year. And that was a great opportunity for me, but a lot of people don't get that opportunity. And I learned it in that way. There was no training materials pretty much at all at that point. And I want to make sure no one has to go through that on their own. And want to make sure too that like I can help people sort of get excited about it and understand that it's not this behemoth and scary thing, that we can kind of learn how to use it and manage it and help others use it.
Thank you. And thank you so much, both of you, for everything you do for us.
We have a question, sorry, just before you move on. And actually, funnily enough, I'm good. I think I might answer it.
Oh,
It says,
Jen.
what if we have a vacation plans coming up during the 7-week course?
Oh,
Well, I know from experience, not from doing Marketing Cloud, that is on my list to do. I've been a marketer for a very long time and haven't had a chance to do that. But all of the courses we do are virtual and recorded. So if you are on holiday, if you are away and you can't attend, you can just watch on catch up. Everything is recorded. And obviously having a mentor as well, it means if your homework was maybe set one particular day and maybe you caught up a week later, you can still have access to that homework. You can still obviously speak to your mentor if you get stuck and obviously repeat that session. And the joy I found when I did the admin course, so many years ago, it's changed very, very differently now when I did it with Supermums in 2018. The fact is, I think being recorded and maybe not doing it live, you can just kind of go back and pause it and kind of, do it kind of bite-sized chunks and work your way through it. So please don't be afraid if you're thinking of doing any particular courses with Supermums. If you're away or on holiday or have a vacation coming up, you will be able to catch up. That isn't a problem.
And where we're slightly different on this, Jen, and I know you probably wouldn't say this, I mean, the great thing is being in the ecosystem and working for Salesforce, whatever role you do, usually it's going to be working remotely. So you can absolutely take your laptop anywhere in the world and continue working or doing your course if you like. That's how I like to do it. I know Jen won't agree with me. I actually went to Florida for Christmas and I took my laptop and did some work.
Wow.
Whereas my laptop is not coming with me when I go on holiday
I
next
know, we've
week.
had this conversation.
Mine is staying firmly at home.
Okay. Was there something else that anybody wanted to say? And I did notice there's something in the chat. I don't know if it's another question.
It was a question that I mentioned, actually. I can't see any more. But if anybody does have any questions, please do pop them in the chat.
Please absolutely drop them in. So in terms of our next course, it does start on the 17th of June, so not very long away. As we said, it was 7 weeks. There are 2 sessions per week. They're on a Monday and Wednesday, approximately 2.5 hours from 7 p.m. BST. The cost of the course is $2,400. However, we are currently running a 10% discount. The code, I'm hoping Jen will put in the chat for me. So the code is available for you. It is only available till the 12th of May. Once it's stopped, I don't have access to it. So if you're thinking of doing the Marketing Cloud course, book in some time. I'd be delighted to have a one-to-one chat with you. I love to talk. As you know, I love to talk. I love to talk to you about your career journey, where you are now and where you're planning to be, as well as, you know, advising you on next best steps. So if you're new to the ecosystem and you just think you want to do marketing, it might be that there's something else you probably would want to look at first. But that's what we can talk about and just see if that's something that you know that we can help with. So I think probably there's an information pack that you can get from here, and there is the link to book a call with us, so that will come through to me or one of the team, and we would be absolutely delighted. As I say, grab yourself a coffee, come and have a chat with us. You know, we're always happy to help and we're always happy to advise.
I will drop that link for you in the chat now, just in case no one's got their phone to hand, or if you're watching it on your phone, you can't scan the QR code, I'll pop it in the chat for you.
Thank you for that, Jen. So I don't know if there's anything else in the chat. I think we've got the early bird in there. We've also got the information pack, and I think Jen's going to pop the link to my Calendly as well. So that's great. But thank you so much for everyone who's here today. Jen, did you want to add anything else?
I realised I didn't actually introduce myself at the beginning of it. It was a little bit late now, isn't it? Who am I? Who's this strange random person that keeps talking and piping up during the session? I am actually the marketing and communications manager for Supermums, and I am an alumni myself. I did the admin course, as I mentioned before, in 2018, and I did it with a little tiny baby in my arms. So it proves to you that you can learn a study no matter what your circumstances are. I equally know people, obviously, who've done the Marketing Cloud course, you know, with a full-time, part-time job, you know, once the kiddies have gone to bed, etc. So anything is possible. Oh, we have another question. Do you have courses on CRM analytics? We do have a CRM analytics course. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Please book in some time with me and I can absolutely go through that with you.
I would ask our lovely speakers, do they have anything else to add about Marketing Cloud? Any little nuggets or any top tips that maybe you want to share with our audience today?
Shall we come to Aaliyah first?
Okay. The top tip is not to be afraid. It's just to touch everything. I am very touchy, especially when you will get the demo from Supermums. Be touchy, because you won't break anything. Well, when you will work with the clients, org, you have to be a bit less touchy. But while learning, please go inside, follow these steps, and think about other use cases. Just be there and just use the platform, and you will learn faster. And I hope to see someone as my mentee. I will be very happy to help you in your journey.
Thank you so much. Elisa?
Yeah, similarly, I'd say there's no stupid questions. and you should really feel comfortable to ask questions and ask why with Marketing Cloud, and be curious. It's a very important thing to do as you're learning the tool. And thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And France, anything from you?
Well, knowing technology and being the expert in the room, it's not a question of gender, it's not a question of age. I don't know if it's that much of a question of year of experience as well, because as you were saying, right, the technology and the marketing space is moving so fast. So the fact that you're interested and you're doing that leap of faith, I think is great. And yeah, be open-minded. There's no, silly question like Alicia said, and you can easily be one of these persons, one of these marketing experts in your world, in your environment, or in your future job or future world, because you're open-minded and you want to learn. And I will end by saying that Salesforce used to have a mentoring program that no longer exists. So Supermom is offering this as well, like no one else. You can't get mentors that easier anywhere else, as well as that 14 that couple of weeks of you being able to have access to the tool. So this is two huge pluses, I think, compared to the other offerings out there. There you go.
Absolutely. And
Thank
as
you.
everyone has mentioned, that trilogue is huge, and that's something that you definitely do need. And I'm just going to finish on, reach out to me if you need anything. Remember, you're not the only one that thinks you can't do this. You absolutely can do anything you put your mind to. So don't forget that. I'm here to help and advise you. There is something else in the chat. I am just going to double check that there's nothing else that anybody is asking. I think we're probably all there. I think we're all good. If you need anything, I'll tell you what, I'm also going to just drop in there
I did put in your link.
email address as well, because if anyone's got a question, you can just drop me an email anyway. So if there's nothing from anyone else, I'd like to thank my panel. You've all been amazing. Thank you, Jen, for managing the chat and doing everything else that you've done today. And we're here if you need us, and I look forward to watching you on your career journey. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.